Namaste, Tina Thrussell here with the Shin Dao, the way of the heart. The way of the heart is the way of love and joy and kindness and compassion. And this morning as I was meditating, praying, I literally asked the question as I was reflecting on some conversation that we'd had over dinner with a friend on Sunday night about how scary the world is getting and how we're headed down a path of some even greater chaos before things come to peace, and that we're actually at risk of annihilating ourselves as a human race. And it was a pretty tough, intense conversation, which I'm never very pleased about having that kind of conversation. However, it did affirm my beliefs and where I'm at, in that we actually can ward that off. And my thanks to Reverend Doug Craig, who spoke at Unity of Calgary on Sunday and was talking about the examples that if you were to look at through history and look at all the wars in history, repeatedly the reports of the military companies that walked out unscathed without loss of life were those companies that prayed together, who came together with that sense of knowing that there is a higher good, there is a higher source, and that we're in alignment with that. Then we're walking a path that keeps us in a higher vibration, and in effect, in a way, protects us. And good morning, Gary. Thank you for joining this morning. And it's what the circle of spiritual people, healers, light workers that I've been hanging around with, we maintain that by maintaining a higher vibration, that we actually can create a tipping point, that we can shift the consciousness of the planet by remaining focused on being in this place of the Shin Dao, the way of the heart, being in this place of love and kindness and compassion. And that answer that I got this morning of what can we do as human beings? Sing. I heard we need to sing more. And that seems like a ridiculous answer, but honestly, have you ever sung without feeling good? And when you're feeling good, are you more or less likely to engage in an argument or a fight with your neighbor or your enemy? And it was the same thing. Sharon Falconer at our Nurture Circle presented some laughter yoga, and she said the whole purpose, the founder of the World Laughter Club said, the reason for having World Laughter Clubs is to bring world peace. Think about it. When you're laughing with your neighbor, you're not going to be fighting with him. Same thing, right? Whether we're singing or laughing, we're in this feel-good, raise our vibration place. And when we're sharing that with the people around us, we're not going to be fighting with them. It really is as simple as that. And you know, that's the truth of everything in the human existence. We complicate life. The most reasonable, most effective answers are always the simplest. And the people who say, but it's not that easy. Well, it's not that easy. It isn't that easy, but it is that simple. It is not necessarily easy to sing and laugh when things are feeling a little tough and hard. And yet when we do, things don't feel as tough and as hard. A week ago Sunday, I was the speaker at Unity of Calgary. And as I was preparing for that talk, a chant was downloaded to me. And when I sang that as part of my talk on Sunday, I could see the very positive effect that it had on people. And this Sunday, when we were back at the center, I had several people come to me and say that little chant was running through their head throughout the whole week. Yeah, there I was. It's a blessing, this body of mine. It's a blessing, this mind of mine. As I was making my bed, and someone else said, yeah, as I was driving around, I'm hearing, it's a blessing, a blessing, a blessing. And it makes you feel good. So let me give you the whole chant, and I invite you to let that be rolling around in your head as you move through your day. And as a matter of fact, any song that makes you feel good is a great thing to listen to first thing in the morning, and just listen to that, embody it and dance it a little bit, and then say something awesomely amazing, or amazingly, yeah, there, I got it mixed up. Something amazingly awesome is happening to me today. And I've been doing this for several weeks since a friend of mine told me about it from the book Thank and Grow Rich. And I have to say, it's been keeping me on that upside of the line, feeling like I'm in this more positive place. So I invite you to adopt this little ritual. So before I blabber on more, here is my chant. The chant that came through me specifically for my talk, and that I'm sharing with the world because it's a feel-good thing. It's a blessing, this body of mine. It's a blessing, this mind of mine. It's a blessing, this heart divine. It's a blessing, a blessing, a blessing. It's a blessing, this body of mine. It's a blessing, this mind of mine. It's a blessing, this heart divine. It's a blessing, a blessing, a blessing. Tickle. It's a blessing, this body of mine. It's a blessing, this mind of mine. It's a blessing, this heart divine. It's a blessing, a blessing, a blessing. Good morning, Robin. Thanks for joining in. So I invite you to listen to this a few times till it starts to run around in your head, and carry this tune around with you. And just see whether or not it doesn't make you feel a little happier, a little more uplifted. Honestly, this is what I want for the world. I want people to experience more joy. And the way to experience more joy is to release and let go of everything that isn't that. To release and let go of all the thinking that gets in the way of being in this moment. Because as we're worrying about the past or worrying about the future, fretting over these things, we miss being right here, right now. And right here, right now is where the joy is. And singing and laughing help us be right here, right now. So I invite you to take laughter and song into the rest of this week. And come back and post. Let me know how that's been for you. I'm quite certain that you'll find it a difference. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing this video if it speaks to you to do so, and share this message with others. Love you. Create a joy-filled day. Namaste.